Late Cranberries singer Dolores O'Riordan attempted suicide after being sexually abused as a child. The Cranberries singer Dolores O'Riordan's life was cruelly marred by the dark shadows of her past. The tragic star, who died today aged 46, suffered vile abuse at the hands of a sexual predator when she was just 8. After that came anorexia, a nervous breakdown, a bipolar diagnosis and a suicide attempt. In 2014 she told the Belfast Telegraph she suffered from a terrible self-loathing, admitting that she'd tried to overdose the previous year. She said, "It manifested itself in my behavior and the pathologies I began to develop in my early adult life, such as my eating disorder, depression and eventually the breakdowns." Of her attempt to take her own life, the mother of 3 added, "I tried to overdose last year. I suppose I am meant to stay here for the kids." Dolores O'Riordan attempted suicide in 2013. The Cranberries singer Dolores O'Riordan, R., bassist Mike Hogan, 2NDR, drummer Fergal Lawler, 2NDL, and guitar player Noah Hogan, L., in 2012. She developed anorexia and suffered a nervous breakdown after being attacked. The star died on January 15 aged 46. According to journalist Barry Egan, in October 2013, Dolores revealed the true depravity of her abuser. "He used to masturbate me when I was 8 years old," she said, according to Egan. "He made me do oral sex for him when I was 8 years old. It was inappropriate touching. For 4 years, when I was a little girl I was sexually abused. I was only a kid. The troubled 46-year-old passed away while in London for a recording session, but her cause of her death is unknown at the moment. Pictured in 2015, 2 years after she tried to take her own life. Her family, from Limerick in Ireland, is said to be devastated by her death. A statement by the Cranberries, who have sold 40 million records with hits including Zombie and Linger, confirmed, Irish and international singer Dolores O'Riordan has died suddenly in London today. She was 46 years old. The lead singer with the Irish band The Cranberries, was in London for a short recording session. No further details are available at this time. Family members are devastated to hear the breaking news and have requested privacy at this very difficult time. Dolores O'Riordan. Dolores O'Riordan pictured in 2007. The star shared her final tweet on January 3, uploading a shot of herself and her cat with the caption, "Bye bye Gio. We're off to Ireland." In recent years her music has been overshadowed by her troubled personal life. In 2014 she pleaded guilty to headbutting and spitting on a police officer as she was arrested for an alleged air rage incident. The court heard O'Riordan was suffering hypomania, sleep deprivation and paranoia at the time of the incident, which saw her get pulled off an Aer Lingus flight to New York's JFK on November 10, 2014. She was deemed too ill to attend court, with her solicitor telling judges she was receiving ongoing medical treatment and residential treatment. She was subsequently diagnosed with bipolar disorder and fined £4,690, with the judge refusing to impose a criminal conviction on someone who was mentally unwell. Ebba Award-winning Dolores with daughter Molly in 2008. The singer also spoke of her battle with the booze, telling the Belfast Telegraph, "I am pretty good but sometimes I hit the bottle. Everything is way worse the next morning. I chain smoke when I drink. I have a bad day when I have bad memories and I can't control them and I hit the bottle. I kind of binge drink. That is kind of my biggest flaw at the moment." In another interview she revealed how she couldn't have sleeping tablets around because if I have a few drinks I'll take them. She added, "On tour, it was just so easy to say, I can't sleep. I've had a couple of drinks, maybe I'll take one. Then you take another. Then you don't wake up." That can happen. I am careful now. Dolores O'Riordan pictured smiling in 2016. She previously opened up about her battle with depression, admitting she struggled more than ever following the 2011 death of her beloved dad Terence after a long battle with cancer. "There have been times when I've struggled. The death of my father and mother-in-law was very hard. Looking back, I think depression, whatever the cause, is one of the worst things to go through," she told the Irish News. "Then again, I've also had a lot of joy in my life, especially with my children. You get ups as well as downs. Sure, isn't that what life's all about?" Talking about losing her dad in a 2017 interview with RTE, she admitted she believed he hadn't fully left this world. "There was a lot of weird little coincidences and stuff that made me think that maybe he was somewhere in between, not necessarily crossed over properly," she said. "And we all wonder about death, where people go and what happens. But certainly they cross over from this dimension to another one." Meanwhile, Dolores was forced to cancel a string of Cranberries gigs in 2017 due to a bad back. Dolores O'Riordan performing live at Dublin's Castle in 2000.